enjoy my cup of coffee. I'm gonna be sharing with you today how to keep up with breastfeeding for those of you who are exclusively pumping like I do. The reason why I wanted to share with you guys on breast pumping and exclusive pumping, which sounds odd for those of you who are just nursing your baby, there are occasions that arise which may prevent moms from nursing their baby. So in my case, I had an emergency C-section when my baby was 37 weeks and 4 days old. I was in labor for about 24 hours without much progress. So the doctor told me that I needed an emergency C-section. Otherwise, my baby would be in critical danger. I delivered a very healthy 6 pound, 72-ounce baby boy. As soon as I was in the recovery room, I was able to hold and nurse my baby. At that very moment, I was still in very much shock of what I had gone through. I really didn't expect C-section, so I was very, very unprepared and traumatized about what had happened. Even if you are not planning on C-section, do prepare to know everything about C-section in advance because you never know what's gonna happen. So at this point, I was still very much drugged up, so much pain that I didn't want to do anything with anyone, even my baby. My initial plans on breastfeeding my baby had not turned out the way it should have, and this decision to exclusively pump was not made lightly. I was aware of the irreplaceable benefits of my milk. At the same time, I wanted my baby to have the very best. So my most logical conclusion was to express my milk and give him my breast milk in a bottle. So for those of you who are exclusively pumping, feel like you are in a class all by yourself, away from mothers who are nursing their baby and mothers who are just formula feeding their baby. We have to explain to other people why we are doing what we are doing and why we are just expressing our milk and feeding our baby in a bottle. I mean, there are a number of reasons, such as milk not producing for those of you that are not producing milk, and those of you who have nipple problem, and for those of you who has babies that are not able to latch. So there are a number of reasons why we can't nurse our baby, but at the same time we want to provide the very best for our baby. So we end up with this conclusion of just expressing our milk and pumping for our baby and feeding them in a bottle. I believe those mothers who are exclusively pumping are doing their very best for their precious babies, and I believe we all deserve respect. I'm going to be answering some questions on how often and when to pump, how long to pump, how much milk per bottle, and how to increase the supply of breast milk. So first and foremost, one should have a very good quality double electric pump. Rent them at the hospital because hospitals provide electric pumps. But if you're going to be feeding your baby in a long term, you should consider buying one or get one from your insurance. So this one is a double electric pump from Medela, and it comes with all of the parts got through my insurance, but you can also purchase it online, which costs about, I would say, $300 to about $400. So it's best to check with your insurance first to see if it is covered. And I usually use this for pumping at home, and then I have another one here. This is a single electric pump, and it is battery operated, and it also comes with a cord, so either it's battery operated or I can just use a cord to pump, and I use this for on the go when I am outside. And most of the insurances cover for breast pump if you call up your insurance and find out beforehand, which I did in my case. I called my insurance when I was pregnant, and they told me that breast pumps will be covered. So as soon as I delivered my baby, I was able to call them and place an order, and I was able to get my breast pump within a week after my delivery. So check with your insurance once you're pregnant to find out eligibility and benefits. A normal newborn baby nurses on average about 8 to 12 times per day in a 24-hour period. So it would be normal to match what the normal nursing baby would do at the breast. I pumped at least every 3 hours for about 20 minutes, and I was able to establish and maintain a very good amount of milk. So breast milk is so easily and completely digested. Overall, babies take about 19 to about 25 ounces per 24-hour day. The amount taken per bottle may vary a little bit different from each baby. Digest in about 90 minutes, so expect to nurse your baby every 1.5 to 3 hours. And nursing sessions should be typically about 15 to 20 minutes, so try not to rush your baby to drink all at once, but do it so that the baby is calm and relaxed and able to feed. Tips on increasing your supply. Pump often, pump long enough. You will notice that your breasts are completely empty when they're very, very soft. Drink plenty of water, eat a lot, and get plenty of rest, and don't stress out. Try to view it as positive as you can. Think of all the good benefits that your baby is getting. And importantly, do not care for what others think. Do not care for what others think. Do not care about what judgment they make about breast pumping. I mean, it is bound to happen because I personally got it from my baby daddy, my mom, my grandmother. They were just like, why do you go through all that struggle and that hardship to pump for your baby? But I want to do it for my baby. I want to do the best that I can for my baby, and I am so glad that I did it. So do not care about what others think. Do what's best for you and most comfortable for you. So yeah. So that was my story on breast pumping and my tips and tricks on how to maintain a good supply of breast milk. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.